All right, let's talk a little bit of basketball on the domestic scene. Well, Femi is not here to do this, but we'll do it on his behalf. Talk about the teams that have been handed promotion to the Nigeria Basketball Federation Premier League. The Nigeria Basketball Federation, NBBF, have allotted the 2 available slots in the Atlantic Conference of the Premier Basketball League to Police Baton and the Nigeria Air Force. That's the NAF Rockets. The 2 teams emerged, the chosen ones out of the 4 teams that applied for the slots based on their performance. Police Baton and NAF Rockets will now replace Lagos Islanders and the Down Warriors, who were demoted from the NBBF Premier League for participating in the what they call the Unauthorized African Basketball League, the NBL, in 2016. The winner of the National Division 1 Championship, Hoops and Reed Basketball Club, that's the pet club of Olumide Yedeji, Avelia, gained automatic qualification to the Premier League. All right, so that settles it. We now have the complete lineup of teams that will play in the Premier League, the NBBF Premier League next season. All right, guys, we took a break from our football politics to talk to Sonny and, of course, also talk a little bit of basketball, but we can come back to it very quickly as we wrap this up. I was asking you, Yemi, before we went on the break, what if? Because in politics, things can change so quickly. Yeah. The momentum looks like it's building now for change. Incumbence is no longer an advantage. At all. Because we've seen it even in politics at a bigger scale. People are not voting for the incumbent anymore. They want change everywhere. So incumbence is no longer an advantage. But what if this backfires at the last minute? The backlash will be unimaginable. But that's politics.
That's politics. Those who are calling for the change will have thought about both sides. When you go into war, you want to win, but then what happens when you lose? History should have taught them a lesson. If you go against Ayato and you lose, but
Ayato is not exactly the Ayato of those days. Ayato is failure now.
Yes, but you must treat him with that respect. He's a veteran. He's someone that has had the experience of many battles, countless number of battles that he's won. And so as much as those guys are, seeing victory within their grasp, sensing it, they should ever save some thought for what could happen if it doesn't go their way.
Where could there be a possible banana peel?
Recent history will tell us that there will be no banana peel. I think it's victory.
These guys assume.
Like you said, change is coming. Not only politics.
A new power block is emerging.
Football. You mentioned Infantino. At European level, there's Alexander Seferin. At CONCACAF, there's Victor Montediano. Jeffrey Webb is gone.
So CAF.
Let's even bring it. Let me bring it to Africa. At ZIFA, Frank Chinyangwa is now COSAFA president.
Yes.
Suketu Parcel is gone.
The other guys stepped down for him.
Yeah.
It was a shocking. I mean, I think that was the turning point.
Yeah, that's why I said a new power block.
Let me take you to FKF again. Kenya, they have a new president.
Yeah.
Let me take you to Zambia. Andrew Kamanga.
Yeah.
Against someone likened it to Donald Trump winning the U.S. elections because it was all against the odds. So things are changing.
So you see that it will come.
There's a new wave.
It will come to the CAF.
That's what I think. So I think recent history tells us there's no banana peel in here. I'm just much more interested in Nigeria's where we are.
The share of the spoils.
Yeah, where we stand in all of this.
What we stand to gain.
What's our policy towards...
What's the need for us?
So what is the need for Nigeria?
Politics? I mean, because in politics, really, the way they call it lobbying. Yeah. It's accepted in politics. It's called lobbying.
Yeah.
What is in it for us? That's the question that you ask.
Nothing goes for nothing.
Nothing goes for nothing. And I think at that level, the NFF president would also have sorted out a lot of things that, look, if we are coming this way, what is in it for us? If we are going here, and they must have discussed, but I'm sure the NFF will...
And probably an idea of a possible fallout if it doesn't go their way.
And there's also another interesting prospect of, if Ayato loses, he will probably be losing at the home of where he got this baton. Remember that the last CAF president was Ethiopian, Nikachu Tesema, and you know the elections building in Addis Ababa. So it will just be perfect that Ayatu loses power where he got it from. But March 16 is a very long time from now. In politics, now between now and March 16 is a very long time. See, the day of the elections, a lot can still change.
But I've been used to the hammer coming out from nowhere, hitting a lot of people on the head. I don't know if that power still exists.
No. I think where Ayatu's hands are tied is the fact that the moment they came out with the rule or with that
age
law,
limit.
that anybody that is in the CAF executive committee
is the only one eligible.
And Ahmad is a bona fide part of the CAF.
That was a knockout.
That's a knockout.
Anyway, let's read a few comments on Twitter because people are reacting to all of these things. So let's spend some time to read a few comments. Nuruddin Iboi at N. Oluobo says, I don't see any reason for Ayatu to contest the forthcoming elections due to old age. Maybe he overstepped his welcome a little bit for me. Should have just gone when the ovation was loudest. Kevin Amata, a very good friend who is always watching from Benin City, says it's time African football said goodbye to Issa Ayatu. African football needs fresh leadership and fresh ideas. I mean, once Sepp Blatter was out and a young guy became FIFA president, he was sure that you can only put new wine in new wineskins, as the Bible says. So for me, that disconnect became very obvious. Awesome God at Adebimpe Gabriel says CAF presidency is not just for one man. Pendulum of victory is seen swinging elsewhere, and it says a change for CAF. Inyema Daniel says Ayatu should go. Let fresh breath of ideas and views come on African football. And he has a message for Yemi and all Arsenal fans. I think this guy is also an Arsenal fan.
Yes.
He says he's consoling you guys for what happened to you yesterday. All right, let's go on the break now. We have to go on that break now. We'll come back. There's plenty more on Sports Tonight. Join us again.